Rio sees it as a big opportunity, largely because, I mean, Rio Tinto is used to business, right? When the average consumer goes down the aisle to buy their beer, they don't think of who's actually making the aluminum that goes into their can. So it's a big deal that they've got this new kind of branding opportunity with Anheuser-Busch. And, and InBev has obviously made it a big deal to say we are focusing on what consumers are asking for, which is more sustainable product. And that means all the way down our supply chain. And so I think really in a new way, Rio Tinto feels like they're getting out in front of consumers and investors in a way that they don't normally, which is, hey, we're making all this aluminum that goes into the beer that you're drinking out of cans. And we're doing it because we have a lot of sustainable energy sources like hydropower.
So what will the cans look like, and will it mean anything to the consumers purchasing them, Joe?
Both of the companies do think that consumers will actually care. And so there might be an image that you guys have, but it's going to be the first partnership is with Michelob Ultra, the low carb beer that Anheuser-Busch is known for. At the bottom, it's going to say low carbon. So, it might catch people's eyes if they're used to drinking Michelob Ultra. Suddenly they'll see low carbon. But based on what they're reading and based on what they're understanding from consumers and of course, investors, these are things that they do actually care about. In fact, I was just speaking earlier today to, some investors who are saying this is not just a made up idea, right? Like Rio Tinto and other big commodity companies saying they're going to try to go greener isn't just to kind of fulfill lip service. They're actually seeing investors saying, you need to move this way. And if you don't, you're going to get caught behind. And that's a big focus for investors going forward. So I think this partnership is kind of their way of saying in a very public way, hey, we are starting to move in this direction. And it's not just because, we're trying to look good. It's because we're actually being asked to from consumers and investors.
Aluminum, of course, front and center in continued trade friction between our two countries. One of the reasons for that being that there is an aluminum shortage and perception of dumping. Who will win and lose in this? Will this actually create new markets for aluminum, or will it draw from supply that's already in short supply?
Right. You're talking about the can sheet industry. So aluminum can sheet is different from other types of aluminum that might go in automobiles or in airplanes. I mean, just a few years ago, nobody really thought can sheet was like a big business product for the aluminum industry. But now that the sustainability has become such a big topic, much more people drinking out of cans. They're preferring cans over plastic. And even just the move to work from home, right, where you're not going out to eat anymore for your beer. You're actually buying most of your beer at home. There has been an explosion in demand. We now have less capacity than can keep up with the demand in the market. I know Ball Corporation has mentioned this on their earnings call. Rio Tinto, Alcoa, all of these companies are saying, can sheet is a big deal. And so they say it's an opportunity for them. And so, when it comes to the trade war, I think that's another discussion to have. What does this ultimately mean? I mean, we certainly saw some things happen on that front, but that might be a different discussion for a different day.